You can press the globe icon at the bottom of your screen to hear this in English or in Korean. Hello, I'm Colonel Retired Steve Lee, the Senior Vice President here at the Korea Defense Veterans Association. Um, we're very thankful that you have joined us here today so that we can talk about KDVA membership, learn a little bit more about our new membership portal, and then answer any questions that you might have. And actually, hopefully we'll get some ideas from you that'll make membership better for us. So joining me on this webinar from KDVA, we have Erlene Hollerith. She is our Vice President for Program and Leadership Support. And then Amy Fisher is our social media manager, does all of our great and important social media activities, including our website and all of the great emails that you get from us. Just want to commemorate the fact that just a couple of days ago, we noted the start of the Korean War on the 25th of June, 1950. KDVA obviously cares deeply about Korean War veterans and each veteran's story. And so please, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at the two webinars we've done in the past, we released them again. They reside in our digital library, so you can go and look at their incredible stories at any time, again, on our digital library at kdva.vet. Again, we've had some incredible growth here at KDVA over the last 2 years. In 2021, we had 48%, and we thought, wow, that's fantastic. But in 2022, we actually topped that and did 106% membership growth. And this is pretty important because when you look at our strategic environment, there is still a constant need to raise awareness and let people know about the importance of the U.S.-Korea relationship, our alliance, and the veterans who built it, all of y'all out there in our audience and our KDVA members. Because the facts are that a lot of the times the media attention and social media as well gets stolen, if you will, by any kind of North Korean provocation. And unfortunately, that's when a lot of people's attention is focused on Korea in a negative sense. And that's not the case, obviously. The alliance between Korea and the United States is just an amazing thing. And again, our members over 7 decades have helped build that, and we're very, very thankful. It's also a very positive story because of our continuing presence, the U.S. continuing presence in Korea. The great Korean people have built their country into an amazing 10th largest economy in the world, one of the most modern countries in the world, and again, a reputation for being hard workers. So great collaboration, great relationships, and we're very proud to be a part of that. The also important fact about our operating environment is, in this new digital age, less people join organizations like KDVA. And unfortunately, that is the reality. And so that's why we're just constantly looking ways for overcoming that reality. Yes, membership at KDVA is free and we're having positive growth. But did you know that 1.8 million Americans fought in the Korean War? And then compound that with their family members and friends who have personal relationship with those 1.8 million. And so we're talking several million, just Americans alone who fought in the Korean War. And then since the signing of the Armistice Agreement in 1953, 3.3 million Americans have served in Korea. Just let that soak in there, sink in a little bit. 3.3 million. And again, when you think about their family members and their friends who have personal relationship with them, KDVA has to go out and reach millions of people. And so, yeah, our growth has been great, but we've got a very bright future, and we do want to reach as many people as we can. So that's why KDVA membership is so important. The benefits of KDVA membership, sometimes people ask me, so quite honestly, why should I join KDVA? What's in it for me? Well, one, we're a premier professional organization. People get an opportunity to participate in seminars, webinars like this, constantly recorded, and we keep it in our digital library. Each person has a role in helping to strengthen and maintain the alliance between Korea and the United States. And guess what? You help build it and you continue to serve it. I get the opportunity to participate in programs like the Korea Revisit program, as well as the KDVA reunion, and I'll talk about that a little bit more at the end. There are opportunities for volunteering. We have folks on our team who are volunteer linguists, volunteer writers. We have an internship program. And I'll also talk a little bit more about our scholarship program at the end. It's also opportunities to connect with those who served with you, and perhaps you can't find them or you can't find a support group. Well, Amy's going to help explain the importance of our membership portal and being able to connect our members. So again, lots of opportunities and lots of reasons why people should join KDVA. And those are just some of the things that I just mentioned. Okay, so I just talked about Amy and our great social media manager. So she's going to take over and walk you through some of the most important features of our new member portal. Amy.
Well, thank you, Steve, and good morning or good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be showing you a little bit more about KDVA's member portal and how to access other members. So with that said, a couple of things that we are going to look at today, let me share my screen, is how to log in to the KDVA member portal. We'll walk through that. Second, how to access and update your member profile. And 3, how to join common interest groups. And 4th, how to post in the KDVA forum. So let me show you where we're going to log in. All right. So first off, you want to go to our website. It's very easy. You just go to kdva.vet. And once you're here, there's a couple ways you can log into the portal. First, the easiest way is right here up the top where you see the member login. So we'll click on the member login and you'll come to our member login page. Now, if you're not a member, you can easily just click on here and it will go to the application where you can join. Your username is your email address you sign up with. So I'm going to type in mine. And then if you have not reset your password, if this is your first time logging in, you'll have to reset it. Once you've done that process, you can log in. And this will take you to the member portal dashboard. Here we have several ways that you can connect with other people. First, we'll walk you through how to check your profile and make updates. Right here, we can click on My Profile. And it will take you to the profile with all the information that you have set up on your application. So I am logging in as Major Hugh Casey. You guys may recognize that name. It's one of the base camps over in Korea. So this is just a test page, so you can see. So all the information that I filled out on my application will be here. Your private information as far as your address, phone number will not show up to the public. So just keep that in mind. I'll show you how it will be visible to other members, but this is all the information you have filled out on your application. If there's something you want to update moving forward, like your address, or you've been stationed over Korea for a couple more years, you can simply go to this Edit Profile button and you can update your profile right here. And then once you're done, you can save it and you'll have an updated profile. You can also create a profile picture here. You can add a photo of you so people can see you. So that is step one on how to access your profile and update it. Now, the key thing with the member portal is the easiest button to always go back to all the links is right here at this member profile. This will take you back to the dashboard. All right. So we just went over how to update your profile. Next, I want to talk about these common interest groups. This is a great way to reconnect with fellow service members or people who may have served at the same camp as you, maybe in the same year or decade, or other common interest groups like you served on the DMZ or you were a CATUSA. So here are the categories you can select from. I'm going to go with decades served. And we do it by all the way from the 1950s to the 2020s. So I'm already a member of the 1950s category. So I'm going to click on 1950s. And you can see that there's already a few members who've signed up for this common interest group and have already commented on the page. So you'll have the option to write on the wall. And I can type in something as similar. I served in 1957 to 1958 and say I want to comment or say hello to James. So I can leave a comment here and say hello and tell him I served those same years and start a conversation. You can also post photos of yourself or maybe some photos you took while you served over there during that decade, and you can share it with the group. So let's go back to the other groups, and I'll show you an example of another decade, the 1980s. So far, we have 18 members who've signed up for this group. And you can see a lot of people just listing when they served, commenting, same thing. All right. I'm going to go back to the main page of the common interest groups here and show you a different category. A lot of people may want to find someone they maybe were served at the same camp. Right now, we have 8 different camps set up. Obviously, there's quite a few camps that have been in Korea since the 1950s. So if there's a camp that's not here and you would like to open up a new group, not a problem. You have that option, or you can email us at the contact@kdva.vet and we'll set that up for you. So I'm going to click on Camp Casey here, because I am a member of Camp Casey. And there's several people who have commented and joined this group as well. All right. Next, let's talk about the community forum. So if you go back to the member portal, you can click on community forum. And we have started several discussions here. Let me show you. But basically here you can put, here's a few that we have already set up. Questions we've asked: why should Americans care about Korea? And we've already had several comments of members who given their reason why. So you can go in here and see some of the questions we started asking, and it'll start a discussion. Or if there is a question you want us to ask and members, please email us at contact@kdva.vet and we'll set that up for you. All right, I'm going to go back to the member portal homepage. Next, I'm going to show you is our member directory search. So you may want to come in here and see if you can find someone you served in the 1980s, or you know someone by their last name. So you have all these categories you can search from, or maybe you want to find someone that's in your state. You can search through that way. Through camps, you can search and see who from KDVA served at that camp.
Mhm.
Also, what year. You can click on a year and search by year. So there's several ways to find and reconnect with other KDVA members. And I'll show you an example. I'm just going to type in my last name. Say I'm looking for someone's last name Fisher. So we'll do a search. And here I am. And you can see my profile, and you can basically click on it and connect with me and start a conversation. And as you can see, not all my private information as far as mailing address, phone number is listed on here. So to keep that in mind, your private information will not be listed to the public. And also the member portal is only open to members. You must log in as a member. It is not open to non-members. All right. Well, with that said, I mean, those are some of our key features with the member portal. We hope you use this portal to connect with other members and start some meaningful conversations about the ROC US Alliance. And with that said, I'm going to turn it back to Steve and see if we have any questions that we can answer in regards to the member portal.
Okay, well, great. Amy, thank you. I really appreciate that. Was just really a very effective way to introduce our member portal and all the great capabilities. So thank you for that. We have some members joining us. You can, if you have a question or comment, you're welcome to either type it in under Q&A, or if you would like to speak, you can just raise your hand and Amy will allow you to speak. So just let us know if you have any questions or comments. One of the things that questions that we get is KDVA only for veterans? And the answer obviously is that it's for anyone who cares about the United States, Korea, and our veterans. And so, regular members, we have a couple of categories, right? Regular members and associate members. So if you're a regular member, eligibility is former and current U.S. military and DoD personnel, CATUSA, bringing augmentation to the U.S. Army, veteran, retired, ROC Army personnel, former and current ROC government civilians. The one thing that is missing from this is active duty Korean service members, and by Korean law, they can't join organizations like ours. It's unfortunate, but of course, the U.S. military personnel on active duty can still obviously join organizations like KDVA. And then the associate member is any adult or college student who supports the Korea-U.S. Alliance. So again, it's not just for veterans. Okay. Let's see. One of the other questions that we got is, how do I sign up other people? It's very simple. Ask them to just go to our website at kdva.vet, that's VET, and ask them to just go under join KDVA. It literally only takes a couple of minutes. And again, if you qualify as a regular member, please join us as a regular member. But if not, and you're just really interested in supporting and getting all of our great information directly sent to you, so that you don't have to go fishing for it, and you'll have other opportunities, like I mentioned, for benefits, please, it only takes a couple of minutes.
One thing I'd love to add is make sure you, if you're referring someone, make sure they put your name on the application.
So thank you, Amy. So the reason why that's so important is we are starting a membership incentive program. And so every month we're going to be awarding $100 Amazon gift cards to those who signed up the most people. So it's a small little thing, but still it's a token of our great appreciation for those who are out there recruiting on behalf of KDVA. Okay, so thank you for that, Amy. So some people say, hey, I have never served in the military. One of my family members served in the Korean War. Can I still become a KDVA member? And again, the answer is yes. KDVA is for people even like you, and all you got to do is go in and sign up as an associate member. Another question that we get is, so is KDVA only for Korean people because of the name, the Korea Defense Veterans Association? So when I was first approached about KDVA while I was on active duty in Korea, I actually was skeptical because of the name. I was like, I got a security clearance. I don't know if I want to join a Korean organization. But I was assured that KDVA is actually a 501c nonprofit organization registered in the state of Virginia. So obviously there's no issues. We are a nonprofit that also has a strong presence with our Great Korea chapter in Korea. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, okay. Here's something here's a question. So, what's the catch in free? Because, we live in a world that people are skeptical about, hey, free, nothing's free. Actually, this really is free. There is no catch. As General Brooks, our former chairman and president, said, you've already paid for your membership with your service in Korea and support for the alliance, and it's absolutely true. So some people go, okay, so how do you do all these programs? How do you do all these free things, meet and greets, seminars? How do you pay your two full-time employees, Steve Lee and Erlene Holler? Well, we have a great fundraising organization in Korea called the Korea-US Alliance Foundation, or KUSEF. So if you wonder why is it that KUSEF's name is mentioned so prominently and often along with KDVA, it's because they're our fundraising arm in Korea. They provide about 90 to 95% of all our funds. And so we're very thankful for the work that KUSEF does on behalf of KDVA, the Alliance, and our veterans. Okay. Let's see. So sometimes people go, I'm reluctant. I don't want to join an organization that just seems like it's got so many experts. It's got so many senior people. Why would I matter in an organization like that? Let me just tell you flat out, anybody who is interested, really, we value you joining KDVA. And quite honestly, your contributions and your voice is only limited by you. In that, if you want to provide feedback and you want to tell us, hey, how come you guys don't do this? Or how about this idea? Please send it to us on our email at contact@kdva.vet. Amy, I think that's our urgent one. It'll come right to us. So many things that we do at KDVA is literally driven by ideas. So let me give you a couple of examples. One was, I don't know if you know, but the 1st of October is a very significant day for the US-Korea alliance, because that is the day that we signed the Mutual Defense Treaty in 1953. And so KDVA now sponsors that day as US-Korea Alliance Day on the 1st of October. And we encourage everybody, our members, our partners, 25 partners in 4 countries and 4 continents and growing, to just please go and talk about the great alliance and why it is so relevant and so important. So that was driven by just an idea. Okay. Another one is, hey, we've got all these former 4-star US commanders who served in Korea, and they're 4-star Korean deputy commanders of the Combined Forces Command. They're out there, and they can be a great strong voice in supporting and raising awareness for this organization and our veterans. So why don't we just give them a platform? So every year we do this former CFC commander and deputy commander forum to give them a platform to talk about their experiences and again talk about why serving in Korea is so well worth it. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, so I think those are about all the questions that we got, unless I missed anything. Okay. We're coming to the close here, and what we'd like to do is, I'm sorry, we got one more question. How can I volunteer? Okay, well, thank you for asking. So there are many ways to volunteer. Again, just send us an email on contact@kdva.vet. Let us know what you're interested in. Like I said, there are volunteer opportunities. If you have a language capability, like to join our language team, if you'd like to do some sort of research, great. When we do events in Korea and around the country, because we do have chapters in Hawaii and in Atlanta, and we're going to open 2 to 3 new chapters every year. So if you'd like to volunteer at our events, oh my goodness, we can always use that. That great important effort. If you like to contribute stories, there are many ways that we would like to share your story. Okay, so some of you go, oh, I just served in Korea. I was a Spec 4 and I served at Camp Casey with 2-9 Manchu infantry. It's like 1,000 people. Well, guess what? Your story is the most unique because it's your story and no one shares that. And quite honestly, I know most of our members are pretty humble and they go, yeah, it ain't significant. No one's going to care. No, you'll be surprised. You putting in yourself out there a little bit and sharing your experiences, I think people will gravitate towards that. And then perhaps even sharing, if you don't want to be too public, in the common interest groups. And build that fellowship and help each other out. Okay. All righty. We're going to do a raffle, not a raffle, a door prize. Okay. So whenever we do events now, whether it's online and webinars or live, we're going to do door prizes. And so we're going to be announcing the person here. Let's see. Today's winner is Ellen Queenan. So Ellen, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that you're a KDVA member. So what we're going to do is we're going to send you an email. Erlene will do so and connect you, and she'll get you the $50 Amazon gift card just for participating. And thank you for being the winner of our first door prize at a webinar. In closing, let me just bring up a couple of points here. So we have our first KDVA Impact Scholarship that we're going to be awarding $5,000 to 10 tertiary college or postgraduate students. The closing deadline is this Friday. We've got a pretty good number, but would love to hear from anybody. Again, if you're not a member yet, still join. You can join as an associate member today, put your application in by Friday, and boom, you're in the running. Okay, so that is coming up. We have a big seminar coming up on the 25th of July. Amy already sent out the save the date, and it's about the continuing commitment to Korea. Most people do not know that there are 17 nations, part of the United Nations Command, who continue to say we support Korea. And the United States is one of those 17, and they're called sending states. And we'll talk about their importance and their continuing commitment to Korea. And this is something we're partnering with CSIS, the premier think tank in the world, quite honestly. This is a soft announcement, but we're going to do our annual KDVA reunion this year on the 6th through the 8th of October in Atlanta. Okay. One of the reasons is Georgia has an unbelievable presence and relationship with Korea. They have a Kia factory, automobile factory. We did a site survey to that. It's fantastic. SK has some chip making capability, and then the veteran population in Georgia is huge. So that's why we're going to do it there. Again, it's a soft announcement. The details will come out later. And then finally, continue to accept registration for the Korea Defense Veteran Revisit Program to Korea. I know some people have participated in that. And everyone that's gone there just talks about how great it is and how thankful they are to the Korean government for hosting. So again, this is one of those things, I know you're not going to believe me when I tell you, but the Korean government pays for everything for the defense veteran: airfare, once you hit the ground transportation, hotel, food, all of it. They also pay for a companion, half of their airfare, and then once they hit the ground, everything. It is no other country does that for foreign militaries. And so again, very thankful for the Korean government, and in particular, the Ministry of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, or MPVA, for hosting that wonderful program. So continue to go on our website and register for that, and we'll be announcing the date very soon. It'll be in October is what we're told. Okay. I think so. Do we have another question? So Ellen said, she said, thank you. And it was great seeing you, Mr. Lee. Excited to volunteer and be a part of this organization. Again, thanks, Ellen. Really appreciate that. Thank you. All righty. Let me just go around to Amy and Erlene to see if they have any last minute questions or comments. So Amy, please.
I want to say thank you for letting me share the member portal. And if you do have any questions or any issues when you log in, please reach out to me. I'm available at the contact@kdva.vet email address, and we'll make sure you can log in and join these interest groups.
Thank you, Amy. And again, we're very thankful for all the great work that Amy does. And we really do mean that. So not only is she excellent at what she does, but she has a real special heart for veterans who have served in Korea. It's something that you either have or you don't, and she certainly has it. And so we're very thankful for that. Okay, Erlene.
Well, thank you for those that have joined us. I'm very excited to really move forward with our member engagement using our portal and our members to engage with each other. And I think that's a really big effort that we really want to see our members engaging with each other and sharing stories with us as well as with each other. And so you know where to reach us. I think we've said this many, many times during this webinar, contact@kdva.vet. We are always available. And again, if any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Okay, so Erlene, thank you very much. She's been with us now for a little over 3 years, and literally KDVA could not run and function without Erlene. She has literally her hands in everything. So we're very thankful. So on behalf of General Retired Curtis Galparati, our chairman and president, thank you everyone for joining us. And again, we look forward to meeting you and hearing from you. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody.